Hello guys, and welcome to today's video. And today we're going to be discussing, does the new Black Ops 6 belt-fed attachment mod suck here in Black Ops 6? Because yes, there is a new attachment here in Black Ops 6, and it's very confusing, and you're going to see why today. What you're going to see in the background is an unbelievably insane, and I mean insane, gameplay with the new belt-fed attachment here on the XMG. I'll discuss how to unlock it, what this new attachment actually does, and discuss the confusion here as to whether or not this is actually a good attachment and how this gameplay kind of doesn't really help prove my point. Because I'm going to be honest, guys, I came in today's video with the thought process of making this video, discussing this attachment, and talking about how we've got another attachment that sucks here in Black Ops 6. But this gameplay is going to leave you very, very confused, and you'll see why, okay? So let the gameplay play out, let it do its thing, and you'll understand. But let's talk about how do you get the belt-fed attachment for these LMGs. What is this attachment? How do you get it? So the new event tab, which is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles little event tab, all you have to do is get XP. So it starts with 20,000, 50,000, 70,000, 100,000, all the way up to 300,000. But to actually get the attachment, you only have to get to 180,000. No more, no less. You just have to get to 180,000. That's all you have to do, which is about the 6th tier of the event tab. And then you unlock this attachment and can use it on any LMG that you like. So you don't even have to use it on the XMG. I just decided to use it on the XMG. But this new attachment is very confusing because that's how to unlock it. Let me tell you how this works, okay? This is an attachment that basically gets rid of the magazine, essentially, right? Your entire magazine is in the clip, so you don't have to reload. You will never, ever have to reload with this attachment. All it does is overheats, and after it's overheated, you know, it will stop you from firing the weapon for a few seconds, and then you'll be able to fire it again. Once you run out of ammo, though, which I do believe you can replenish anyway with, like, your assault packs and stuff anyway, so you're not completely locked out. Like, once you run out of ammo, don't worry, you'll just go straight back into the clip again, and you just don't have to reload the weapon. But this is where the weapon is incredibly confusing. So it overheats after 47 rounds. The base mag, for instance, we'll talk about with the XMG, all right? I don't know what it's like with the other LMGs, but with the base XMG, the XMG comes with 100 in the magazine default, right? That's when you're allowed to reload it, etc. That comes with 100 in the magazine. But this overheats after shooting 47 rounds, which is kind of annoying. It means, you know, you kind of losing out quite a bit compared to just running the standard magazine. Then the actual overheat mechanic, right? You're probably thinking, well, maybe it doesn't overheat for that long. When you overheat it, which is, again, after the 47 round shot, it will take 7 to 8 seconds to stop cooling down before being able to fire again. So it takes 7 to 8 seconds. That's a very long time. And in fact, it's the exact same time as the base reload speed. So once you run out of the standard magazine, where obviously if you run it with just the 100 mags and you don't use this attachment, it will take 8 seconds to reload that standard mag. And that's where this is very confusing as an attachment. It seems to be a negative attachment. There seems to be nothing good about this attachment other than the fact that you don't have to reload ever. But if you mess it up, if you overheat the weapon, again, after 47 round shot, you technically are doing a reload. Like, you have to sit there and wait for it to cool down. You cannot fire the weapon. It becomes completely useless. The difference with that with the base mag, obviously, if you try to reload and let's say you've shot like 70 bullets from the base mag of the 100 rounds, you can obviously cancel that reload and shoot again. There's no waiting for the cooldown. If the cooldown happens, there's nothing you can do. Once that cooldown happens, you can't stop it. So this attachment sounds absolutely awful and absolutely terrible. And that was kind of the mindset I was going into when making this video. I decided I was going to use this attachment, even though in my mind it sucks. I was going to use it and make a video discussing how we've added another attachment to the game that makes the weapons worse. But what you're probably seeing in the background is a gameplay that isn't doing it justice. It seems to be showing that this attachment is actually very useful, okay? I don't know if it's just the fact because you don't have to reload it. Maybe if you're very smart and are able to make sure that you don't end up having to do the cooldown, this attachment is actually really good. I don't know, but you guys are going to have to let me know down below. You guys are going to have to use this yourself, try it out. I will relieve a set of attachments and probably a class setup at the end of the video so that you guys can use this exact same setup as well. But what you're going to see in this gameplay, which is what confuses me, this is me literally trying to get a gameplay to just prove my point that this sucks. I ended up doing the complete opposite. This is a nuke gameplay, right? I get a nuke with the XMG and drop an absolutely unbelievable gameplay with this attachment and with this setup. Now, I'll be honest, right? I'm going to say it how it is. Yes, this is a lobby against bot-like players. Obviously, I've discussed in the past, I'm very truthful on the channel. I don't do anything crazy to get these gameplays. I don't bot lobby, I don't VPN, I don't two-box. I simply turn off Xbox crossplay, and that's what you're seeing here. I've said about it in the past. All you have to do is turn off Xbox crossplay, and you can end up with lobbies like this. Now, there were some people who were actually level 100 and stuff, so there were people who were like quite far leveled up in this gameplay, so they weren't supposed to be complete bots, but obviously, these players are lesser skilled, right? I'm not trying to like debunk it and say this isn't the case. This is a lesser skilled lobby, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that this weapon with this attachment, the belt-fed operator mod or attachment or whatever you want to call it, is actually quite useful, and I challenge you guys to use it either with my class setup or maybe with a different LMG and use this attachment yourself, because I'm confused now. I'm not sure whether this attachment is actually bad or good. Now, in a Call of Duty Warzone saying, I can imagine this attachment is very useless, right? It makes the game, it makes it worse just because of how Call of Duty Warzone is played, so I wouldn't suggest using it in Call of Duty Warzone. But for multiplayer, this attachment might weirdly work on LMGs, because one of the big issues with LMGs sometimes in the actual multiplayer, besides the actual fact that, you know, it takes a long time to ADS with them, they're not as good as assault rifles, there's almost no reason to actually use the LMG. And plus, there are some assault rifles that you can put 100 round mags on, so you can essentially make them into LMGs and have faster sprint out times, fast ADS times, etc. There's a lot of reasons to not use LMGs, but with this attachment, it does take away the ability to reload. And as long as you avoid that cooldown period, avoid like shooting the weapon for too long, which again is only 47 rounds. So that's the big kicker here. You've got to get good at hitting your shots in those 47 rounds, which sounds easy on paper, right? If you're on a one-on-one gunfight, it's quite easy to, you know, be able to shoot 47 rounds. Well, eliminate the enemy before you end up, you know, using the 47 rounds. But if you get 3 or 4 people or 5 people, and if you had the normal standard LMG with the 100 round magazine, you'd be looking at a 4 or 5 piece, like a nice little quad feed 5 piece. And you'll see in this gameplay, we do pull it off quite a few times actually, where we get some nice little quad feeds, maybe some 5 pieces, I don't know, in the space of a short time. So we were able to do it even with the 47 round limit and avoiding the cooldown. We didn't have to wait for the cooldown once in this gameplay, I believe. I managed to like absolutely nail it down. And because of that, I didn't have to reload the LMG all game long, which is a big, big bonus. Taking yourself out of the game for 7 to 8 seconds, especially in this game, and if you are having to fully reload it and, you know, try and cancel the reload in front of someone, etc., it's going to get you killed, especially in the way Black Ops 6 is played, right? Maps like Babylon, etc., even this map, for instance, are all like very short-range maps. So by the time you're trying to reload for 7 to 8 seconds, the chance of an enemy coming by you or near you whilst you're trying to reload is very likely. So I have a weird feeling that this attachment on paper does sound truly awful, right? It absolutely does. It sounds awful when you put it on paper. You can only shoot 47 rounds. It will have a cooldown period if you know, go over that limit. So if you try to shoot 48 rounds, it won't happen. You'll have the cooldown period happen. And then you have to essentially stand there for 7 to 8 seconds to wait for the cooldown. Whereas if you have the standard weapon of just 100 magazine, not even adding any of the other magazine rounds, etc., then you get the ability to reload the weapon. Obviously, you can cancel that reload. You get more ammo in the magazine, you can shoot for much longer, etc. There's a lot more benefits to that, but because you don't have to reload if you nail it down, I think this weapon has a lot to it. And by the way, what you're seeing here is the actual like streak for the nuke now, which goes absolutely insane. I think I just went absolutely on a tear here. Yes, these players aren't really shooting back, and again, I've said it before, it is a bit of a bot lobby, but this is what happens when you turn Xbox crossplay off. There's nothing crazy, there's no VPN, no 2-box. You can do this just as much as I can do this. I don't hide that, I don't pretend, but we do go absolutely nuts here. In this gameplay, the final scoreline you're going to see with this weapon, using the belt-fed operator attachment, or whatever you call it, new operator mod, that you can get for free, by the way. It is for free. You don't have to pay for the premium pass to get it. As you can see, we pick up the nuke. I genuinely can't believe this gameplay. It is absolutely ridiculous with the XMG, with this new operator mod attachment. But what I'm going to do is, of course, let the rest of this play out, and then we're going to get to cutting to the attachments, and I'm going to give you the class setup that I was using, and, you know, give you guys the chance to use what I was using, and let me know down below whether or not you agree or disagree. Like, I don't know my opinion on this. I don't know whether I think it sucks. I don't know whether I think it's good. So I want you guys to go out there, use this attachment, use this class setup, and let me know what you think. Do you think it sucks? Do you think it's good? Let me know. But we're going to cut to the class setup. I'll let you know what I was using. And yeah, let's get to the class setup for the XMG. Right, and here we are, guys. This is the XMG class setup that I was using for the brand new belt-fed operator magazine mod, whatever you want to call it. This was a class setup, okay? Nothing too crazy, pretty bog standard setup, but we're using the reflex sight here. It's whatever you want to use. Compensator, reinforced barrel. I think that's the go-to on the LMGs. Range of foregrip. The belt fed attachment, okay? And like I said, give it a shot. Even though it sounds awful on paper, this might actually be a useful attachment. I'm really not sure on it. You guys are going to have to let me know down below what you think. But ergonomic grip, the infiltrator stock, because I do like increasing that strafe speed. And then finally, recoil springs. And then if you want to know the rest of the class, it's just simple pistol, obviously the melee weapon, stim shot, blast trap, assault pack, flat jacket, shadow, and quartermaster. This was the setup that I used to get that unbelievable nuke with the XMG here in Black Ops 6. And you guys are going to have to let me know down below. Does this attachment suck or is it good? I don't know what to say on this one. I'm very confused and I don't know what to say on it. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe notifications on. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye.